Z
Mm-hmm.
has been put under fire for this whole Super Bowl thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been paying attention to that?
I did a live about it this morning.
What did you talk about in your live, Jay? Tell us.
Well, I made it very clear that I think Onika needs to stop getting involved in grown folks' business and worry about what school is going to admit her child. Because the last one she tried to admit her child to, they turned her down because of Mr. Petty. I think you need to focus on your family issues, sweetheart. You're nobody's hero in hip hop. Um, as for Fabulous's statement, I mean, he's a diddy do wah Bob. I'm sure he's not going to say anything to run afoul of his maker's best friend. I mean, y'all remember it was Fabulous. It was sitting there on Drink Champs that Diddy was running down about why he would party with him.
Mhm.
Yeah. I also find it interesting that nobody is bothering to look at the level of outrage that's coming from Louisiana and refusing to see that there's something more there.
Right.
Beyonce got snubbed, they want to say, but did Louisiana get snubbed or did they just get robbed? Because they talking like they got robbed. Matter of fact, they're talking like Sean Carter probably made them some promises that they're now finding out he had no intention of keeping. That's what it sounds like to me. For a baby to get on Twitter to all three of y'all, put some respect on it on Gladys. Like he talking like that over a business deal that didn't fall in the state's favor. I don't see that. I think there were promises made. I think Sean Carter made a lot of promises to a lot of people. And when it got hot, he did what he always does, starts little fires everywhere, creates mass chaos, and then walks away laughing all the way to the bank, knowing that nobody's going to come back and realize he's the one that started all those little fires. I told y'all months ago, he's lining Diddy up because he's trying to take the reins as the number one in the game. How is he going to do that if the white man loses confidence?
Jaguar Wright has sparked a major conversation by calling out Jay-Z and Lucian Grainge, shedding light on the hidden power dynamics in hip-hop. According to her, this isn't just about Jay-Z. It's about the deals made behind closed doors, the broken promises, and where his true loyalties lie. Many have speculated for years that Jay-Z acts as a gatekeeper in the industry. But now the real question is, who is he really serving?
Him because he's not worried about impressing hip hop. He's not worried about the culture. He made that very clear last year when he didn't participate in the 50th anniversary of anything for anyone.
Mm.
He don't care about hip hop, but he does care about his reputation and he does care about being that sugar baby for all of those rich white boys that put him in the position that they put him in. He is a gatekeeper, no.
Mm.
He's Samuel L. Jackson from Django. Let something happen to Lucian Grainge. Let something happen to Warren Buffett. Sugar Dad, he will cry. He don't care about the culture. But it was a smart play. Give it to Kendrick because Kendrick is the hottest thing right now, got the hottest record right now, the biggest breakthrough in the culture in damn near a decade. It makes sense to give it to Kendrick.
Right. Do you
But
think? Do you think Lil
not
Wayne
at
should?
this time.
Right.
Not at this time. Not if, hypothetically or allegedly, he had already promised Louisiana they was going to get they due.
Right.
And then when he realized he was being named in that Diddy grand jury, Dividing the culture and getting fighting so he don't have to talk about why he still won't publicly step away from the diddler. Like, how does his mouth work to make a statement about the Super Bowl, but not to make a statement about the freak off tapes or the raid? The white man tell you open your mouth, you sing all day. Black man actually say, you remember that from What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah. Yep.
And Ike Turner heard the record that Tina did for Phil Spector for the white man.
Yep.
And he said, yo, white man asked you to open your mouth, you do whatever I do. I asked you to do something. So let's take that and put that in a new frame of reference. When hip hop needed you to show up to honor hip hop, you decided to go and kick it with Tom Brady. And now you want to use, like you care about the culture, to create another division between two major rap entities and areas in the United States, because this is going to do nothing but make West Coast and the South like this. Am I wrong?
Mm.
That's what it's going to do.
Right.
Sean Carter is perfect at dividing and conquering. And guess what he's proven to all of those white boys over there at the NFL? That if they ask him to or they need him to, he will put the in line. And that's just real rare. This was a great move for him. It shows the white man that he has no loyalty to his friends or to his word, to people that he so-called gets along with. It shows the white man that he's willing to make the politically correct decision, regardless of it, affecting his social popularity, which don't nobody give about. Not for real, for real. All they care about is the money he spent.
Let's focus on Lucian Grainge, the head of Universal Music Group and one of the most powerful figures in the music industry. His influence is massive, shaping careers and decisions across the entire music world. Jaguar Wright claims Jay-Z's connection to Grainge is more about obedience than partnership. She accuses Jay-Z of prioritizing the approval of industry power players over loyalty to the culture, comparing him to Samuel L. Jackson's character in Asterisk Django Unchained.
Sean Carter, that you promised the South that the next time the Super Bowl came through, it would be a Louisiana affair. And then when Diddy goes and gets into trouble and you need to convince the white people you're still in control, you bring Kendrick Lamar, who we already know you don't like for the way he embarrassed you on Don't Kill My Vibe, the remix. But we also know you got ties in TDE, Sean Carter, and you got a switch on top. I know that. I know that for a fact. Just like why you keep having artists that want to jump off of high places. Shout out to Ab Soul.
Oh.
What was her name? Alori Joe?
Oh.
That woman threw herself from a control tower and impaled herself with spikes right before she was about to sign the TDE. And her fiance, Ab Soul, threw himself off the freeway out of grief and survived.
Mm-hmm.
Why are all of the artists at TDE so unhappy? You got some of the best artists in the West there. Why did Kendrick Lamar feel the need to leave and start his own? And why is he able to release more records now that he's not at TDE?
So
interesting.
Let me ask you, as you're on this topic.
I'll tell you one thing, Curtis Jackson, you are a setup king. And I promise you this, Any little nigga that you're enlisting to go down to New Orleans and start trouble during the Super Bowl, that will stop. That will stop. I'm sick and tired of you. And the truth is, they only like you for your money.
Let me ask you, Jack, on a surface level, you're saying that Kendrick being in the Super Bowl versus, let's say, Wayne, which was like a shoe-in for the city, that in the background, and again, we talked about the mayor, it's a lot more to it than just as simple as, oh, Kendrick's he had a great year.
Social engineering.
Let's break this down. Jaguar Wright's claims suggest that Jay-Z isn't as invested in hip-hop, the culture, the history, or the people as he appears to be. According to her, his priority is protecting his image and keeping powerful figures like Lucian Grainge and Warren Buffett satisfied. It's a bold accusation, but it raises a tough question. Has Jay-Z turned his back on the very community that helped build his empire?
Creating an issue that didn't need to be an issue.
I hear that. Like Hunger Games, like.
Very Hunger Games. Life imitates art. Art imitates life. I'll tell you one thing, it's been almost 30 years since Biggie and Tupac were taken from us. That was social engineering at its finest. It got people in line, didn't it?
Without question.
Now you think about Drake right now, and you think about Kendrick Lamar. That's looking about the same as Biggie, Kendrick. Biggie, Kendrick, Tupac, Drake. Think about the comparisons.
Yep.
Imagine. Be a gangster playing. Imagine.
Comparisons.
If the same fate that befell Biggie and Tupac happened to Drake and Kendrick.
Just imagine.
And as messy as Drake is right now, I can almost bet that there's somebody that wants to turn his faucet off. Because if y'all think Diddy is a mess, Drake, he was being groomed to be next in line. See? What happens when the real details of what happened to Triple X come out? What happens when Jonathan Hay finally starts putting all of the pieces together on why he was put in that home invasion robbery with his daughter? Because he's remembering more now. He's been talking with Truth Is here on YouTube, and he's been saying even more now than he said here. Shout out to Jonathan Hay and your bravery.
Shout out Jonathan Hay. We will get him on the couch soon because his story is one of those stories that might get lost in Hollywood if he was ever silenced.
Might get lost. He might get lost.
Exactly.
Let's make sure he doesn't.
Here's where things take a turn. Jaguar Wright highlights the Super Bowl controversy, accusing Jay-Z of making empty promises to the people of Louisiana. From Beyoncé's alleged snub to growing outrage in the state and whispers of shady deals, the situation feels like a betrayal. When the heat came, Jaguar says Jay-Z stirred the pot, dodged accountability, and walked away unscathed, all while securing his bag.
Check this out, man. And as you can see, Sean Otwood did an interview with Jay-Z's allegedly son, and it was interesting. Some of the things he was saying. This guy is real humble, laid back, saying that he really don't want anything. You know, he just a guy that's out trying to find out who his dad is. You know, who his real father is. So, there was I'm just gonna say about 10 years. Don't quote me on it, y'all. That he been trying to get Jay-Z to take some type of DNA test or whatever the case may be. So I was checking this out right here. But we're gonna do a reaction to Jay-Z's illegitimate son. Let me see. Bombshell: Jay-Z facing lawsuit over fraud, denying his secret son. So give my man popcorn, baby, Popcorn Planet. Give him a thumbs up and everything. But when because we actually did this live. Don't forget our live channel. Go to the Music Recording Network live. You can check out links below. There's a link that goes to our live channel, or you can type in the Music Recording Network live. Scroll down a little bit because we still building that channel. Y'all scroll down a little bit. See the world with the word live written in red. That's our live channel. Anyway, check it out. Let's give him a thumbs up also while they rolling. But one of the things he said that kind of really hurt my feelings is his mom passed away. His mom passed away, and what I got out of the whole deal basically was when Jay-Z actually allegedly got her pregnant, she was underage. So that's one of the main reasons why he don't want to take a DNA test. And this is what I got out of the whole thing. So if y'all check our live channel, y'all can see the whole thing and everything. But we're gonna go ahead and go with this because I haven't seen this yet. My main man Popcorn, he breaks it down a lot better than I can. How about that? So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. Here we go, man.
Jay-Z's already got 99 problems, but now his illegitimate son is going to be
another one.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Look, Jay-Z innocent until proven guilty based on the recent allegations. But those recent allegations are now prompting us to look at a lot more of Jay-Z, Sean Carter's past. And this is something he's allegedly been trying to Jedi mind trick away from all of us for a long, long time. And this young man is no longer having it. Now, before we even get to the story, just so you take this a little bit more seriously, I want you to look at these photos.
Whoa, come on, man. Look at the nose. That's what everybody keeps saying. Look at the nose. Of course, the lips, you know.
Look at this man. I mean, this isn't a question of, maybe. They look similar. Look at them doing the similar poses. It's the nose. It's the forehead.
Look at the ears.
He has such similar qualities.
Jaguar Wright believes Jay-Z's career is built on a pattern of divide and conquer, always playing both sides to keep his power intact. Take the Kendrick Lamar situation, for example. Jaguar calls it a calculated move. Kendrick is at the top of his game, and giving him the spotlight is great for business. But here's the catch. Jaguar claims Jay-Z's real motive wasn't to uplift the culture, but to distract everyone from the promises he failed to deliver.
The younger guy, I forgot his name, hit the allegedly son right ear to Jay-Z's left ear, since those are the ears that's closest to each other.
To Jay-Z, I mean, tell him he's crazy. This guy looks like Jay-Z. He's not making something up. This is some random groupie out there trying to get a quick payday in my mind. And to be honest, Jay-Z's got some strong genes. Look at Blue Ivy. Looks just like her father. This is a case I think that is hard to deny. There's enough in here to make me wonder, what's Jay-Z hiding? Now, look, everyone should just be demanding to have to go take a paternity test every time someone comes forward to try to get some money. I understand,
right, I understand
the
that.
rights of Jay-Z's. However, it looks like his lawyers did everything they could to avoid it and to lie about it, and now there may be actual fraud at play. And that's where I take umbrage, because we need to take him for the benefit of the doubt, right? Jay-Z, apparently, give him some credibility. But if it's proven that he's lied in the past regarding lawsuits, that's not going to help his case. At least it's not, in my opinion. Let's go through what this man is alleging. Okay, so renewed calls to confirm the paternity of his illegitimate son is another legal blow the rapper is now facing. Record executive, real name Sean Carter, has been named in a civil lawsuit, as we know. He's now been dragged into an ongoing legal tussle over the paternity of Rymir Satterwhite, who has been in decades-long fight to prove that the rapper is his biological father. Rayer is claiming Carter's legal team acted fraudulently during previous attempts to get him to take a paternity test. His late mother, Wanda, and his guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, are listed as plaintiffs on a new lawsuit against multiple New Jersey courts, judges, and officials, including the New Jersey Supreme Court, alleging violations of their constitutional rights. Filed on November 25th, the suit argues that from 2012 to 2023, their rights were violated through fraudulent court actions, which included sealed records, wrongful sanctions, and obstruction of their legal proceedings. And one of his own lawyers had to actually apologize. Wanda, who died in 2019, his mom, alleged that she had relations with Carter in 1992. She was 16. He was 22. Now, there's a sworn affidavit that was given in the Daily Mail, and it proved it. I can show you that here. Here it is. This is, you can sort of pause and read it if you want to, but this sworn affidavit goes into the details about how they met at a party and went to an apartment. It's all consensual, nothing egregious here.
Right.
Think about it. Kendrick Lamar is all about unity in hip-hop, with his music and message bringing people together. But Jaguar Wright argues that Jay-Z's actions are doing the opposite. By putting Kendrick in the spotlight, he's distracting from the anger in Louisiana, where people feel let down. In a way, Jay-Z's strategy is dividing the South and the West Coast, which echoes the old East Coast versus West Coast feud. Those divisions didn't just tear apart the culture, they cost lives.
Tonight, Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, is pushing to get a judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's account.
We expect Mr. Carter to be fully cleared of all of this in the coming days. Almost nothing that she says has checked out because this never happened.
This in the wake of our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward? Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she might have some facts wrong, but that she says the incident happened. What do you say to that?
You know, anybody, when they make up a claim, they can just keep repeating it and getting it right. But you never get the details right. And what happened during her interview with you is that the story began to unravel.
On the night of the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000, she says Combs' limo driver took her to an after party. There, she says she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. That's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not corroborate her story. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said. The woman revealed to us that she has autism and previously suffered a head injury. In a follow-up phone interview, we asked her about the contradictions, and she said that she stands by her statements.
This woman is standing by her story. It happened over 20 years ago. Maybe her memory is hazy. Maybe her father doesn't remember that night.
No, she's doubled down on certain of these details. She says, I'm positive. She points out the tattoo. She talks about the tattoo in vivid detail. Turns out that's completely false. And the father is supposed to be picking her up. 10-hour drive, round trip to pick her up in the middle of the night. Has no memory of that. No one has come forward about this in nearly a quarter of a century, and that's because this never happened.
Spiro said he's not only seeking justice for Jay-Z, he says that he also wants to expose the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby.
He takes away the voices from real victims, and he causes real harm. If this lawyer has any sense, he's going to dismiss this claim. I don't know whether he has any sense.
Busby, who has filed more than
Jaguar Wright suggests that history might be repeating itself with Jay-Z's actions. She claims that the Super Bowl feud could be a calculated move to regain control after the fallout with Diddy. According to Jaguar, the cancellation of the Roc Nation brunch earlier this year left Jay-Z scrambling, and now he might be using this feud to reestablish his dominance, even at the cost of the culture.
Lawsuits against Combs told NBC News that he is continuing to vet the accuser's claims and that she has agreed to undergo a polygraph this week. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Since your attorneys refiled the lawsuit against Combs naming Jay-Z, he has come out with a very long statement saying that this is completely not true and that this is all about trying to get money from him. What do you say about that?
I haven't asked for a dime from him. It's not everything is motivated by money, and I'm sorry that he feels that it is.
This woman also told us on camera last week that this isn't about money.
Well, let's be serious. A lawyer like this is not sending out these letters not to make money. He wants money and fame. He doesn't care about truth and justice. And that's what's going on here.
Chloe Malas joins us in studio. So, Chloe, explain this to me. The attorney for the plaintiffs, Tony Busby, right? He is sticking by his client even though you've been able to report these inconsistencies and they are now out there in the public?
Yes, and because of our exclusive report here on Top Story, he's actually going to have Jane Doe do a polygraph test. He says he hasn't done it yet, but that they are going to be doing it this week. He also said in a statement to us moments ago that their conduct throughout all of this has been beyond reproach and will continue to be, even though that's not what you're hearing Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's attorney, what he's saying. Also, I just want to show you, Jay-Z's team created a timeline. Obviously, even though this took place allegedly 24 years ago, right? They are saying that there is just no way that he could have been at the VMAs. He's on camera there until the end of the VMAs, which ended right after 11, and that there are photographs of him at the Lotus Club in Manhattan, and they say he was there till 3 a.m. and then he went to the music studio. So again, they are adamant that
that he was not at that party.
That he was not at any sort of after party.
I do want to ask you this. What is Jay-Z's sort of legal team strategy in describing the relationship between Diddy and Jay-Z? Because there are a ton of photos of them over the years, obviously before these allegations came out.
And this civil suit, Tom, originally just named Combs, and then it was amended last weekend to include Jay-Z. What Alex Spiro said to me today is that although publicly Jay-Z supported Diddy, they were not best friends. They were not as close as you thought that they were. So in terms of knowledge of what went on allegedly at these white parties and what took place allegedly in these civil suits and the criminal charge and the trial, he says Jay-Z has no knowledge of any of that. Again, he publicly supported him as a fellow musician and someone where they came up together in the industry, but that they weren't as close as you thought.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social.
Jaguar Wright goes even further, claiming that Jay-Z might have been a federal informant since his early days in the Marcy projects. It's a serious accusation, but it ties into her larger point. Jay-Z is someone who has always been playing a bigger game. According to Jaguar, he's been looking out for himself while pulling strings behind the scenes.
It's called Showing World, you feel me?
Back in the days, the kids ain't really have all of this, but they could come outside and play right in front of the buildings. Look at now, it's much different. Before it was really dangerous. There was no kids outside playing.
I'm originally from downtown, South Brooklyn. You already know. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? I ain't got to talk too much. Silence is golden, you feel me? But I've been out here for mad years doing whatever, man. I feel like the neighborhood hero every day, you heard? This the little bro. I watch all of them grow up. They watch me come up. Know what I mean? Sherman Will's infamous. You see the fashion, you see the drip, you see y'all be out here. You know what we doing out here. We getting money out here.
We switching the name to Wall Street.
Black
Stay tuned, you heard?
Black Wall Street. BWS. For y'all niggas that really know.
It's up, man. Underdogs.
We all a bunch of underdogs, you know, up and coming. You know what I'm saying?
Different type of drip, you feel me?
They underestimate us. So we gotta show the world, you know, how we can make a change.
Why stop today if I might win tomorrow?
Over here, this is where Hov shot his brother at and shit. This Source Money building right here too. You know Source Money. He still pop out here sometimes.
Source Money from this building right here. This was Source Money from 4th floor. Jay from 536. You know what I'm saying? Bleak. But this right here is where it starts from. We just been through a lot out here, man. It's hard, man. Just glad to be here. These my niggas, man. I watched them grow up. These my bros, man. Marcy B's, man. Much love. Solid.
Playground called Blueberry. That's what the hood named it. It's one way in, one way out. We have basketball tournaments here, like once in the summer and shit like that. You know what I mean? It'd be lit. You got the bleachers here. It'd be packed right here. You feel me? It'd be no space to stand.
When that crazy tournament a few summers ago,
It's a crazy tournament out here.
A couple of
Niggas
kids
got
got
hit.
hit. Yeah, man, young kids, about like
Couple of them ain't-
16,
Yeah,
15,
young boys.
and they just, coming around where they wasn't even from here, They came around, they came to the show, the basketball thing.
This whole building, Jay-Z building and shit. It's where a lot of shit went down, a lot of drug dealing, a lot of clapping. We're in front of the spot, 534 Flushing. We about to go in the hallway real quick. Some of these shit still open. Hey, you on the 5th floor though. Yo, Lowe's. We're about to go to the floor real quick. 5th floor.
Yeah, you see these elevators are small as shit, you know what I mean? So furniture-wise and shit, you know what I mean? We have a hard time with that.
Yeah, this Jay-Z apartment right here.
Around Christmas time, we used to come through here, give our presents by the center.
Right in the corner is Mandy Haven, lives over here and shit. This right here, man, aka Headache. They used to get money and shit, him and Hove. Then, shit happens. But still, it's all love, though. This is it, you feel me? This is the hood right here. When Jay-Z was out here, we used to be out here all day, knock on this window.
Jaguar Wright connects the dots by arguing that Jay-Z's loyalty has never been to hip-hop or its community. Instead, he's always answered to the powerful figures who've kept him at the top. When Lucian Grainge calls, Jay-Z answers. When Warren Buffett needs reassurance, Jay-Z delivers. But when hip-hop needs him, where is he? Jaguar highlights his absence during the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, where Jay-Z was nowhere to be found, instead spending time with Tom Brady. That, according to Jaguar, isn't just an absence, it's a statement.